Welcome back, folks, to another episode of Outer Worlds 2. Today, let's just try to explore and see what else we can find on Praetor. Shall we? I know I have to level up one more perk, but let's hold it for now. Wait, I don't have a bounty? Okay. The Mad Queen. Okay, we picked another quest.
Seems the invaders seek to keep us out. And if they want us out...
Looks like we're about to have company of the unwanted kind.
Chemical factory?
You've 5 seconds to make plain your intent before I let my boys here pitch some swill at you.
Well, I was just exploring.
4.
Jesus. Level 17 speech. This place must be protecting something good if you're this aggressive.
3.
Come on, you're not really going to attack me just for asking questions, are you?
2. Last chance.
Jesus Christ. Okay, message received.
You've 5 seconds to make plain your intent before I let my boys here pitch some swill at.
Nothing. I'm going. Let's see if we can find another way in. Oh, no.
Knock off the funny business.
No funny business here.
Thought I heard something down there.
Maybe it's your tin of forced rockets.
Oh.
Requested assistance currently unavailable.
What is that? Just want to explore more.
Detects chemical traces outside the parameters of typical solvents, cosmetics, lubricants, and artificial flavorings.
Will you stay there? Okay, so now I'm trespassing.
All right, that marks an hour since ingestion. Now, tell me, how do you feel? And remember, this is for user research, so please be honest. I think I shouldn't be here at this point of the game at all. So let's get the hell out of here. Let's go inside the cave.
Wait.
Your execution.
Standing by. Payload validated. Planned service.
Still back.
You have my thanks and my hammer.
Any pitfall cards? No. What do we have here?
There's a new face. Any chance you've brung news from the commander? Can't restart the dig without his permission. And the clock's ticking on my getting that early completion bonus. Started getting peculiar vibrations as we hit the halfway point. Could be nothing, but I got this job because the last foreman ignored similar readings. It ended poorly for him. Don't be. Team's far more profitable under me, so it turned out better for everyone. Stars, my executive approval rating is 52%. More than half. Can you believe that? It's a puzzler, that's for sure. More likely than not, some kind of old protectorate infrastructure. Maybe sewage or a conveyor. Messy, but mostly harmless. Worst case, it's a uranium gas pipe, and further drilling will kill everyone here in seconds. It'd be hard to collect bits for making a tunnel with no workers to dig it first.
That's for sure.
Agreed. Wouldn't want to miss that juicy bonus. Not unless your lamps can see through solid rock and figure out what's on the far side. Goodbye, early completion bonus.
Well,
You back to see more of the tunnel? I'll save you the trip. Not a pebble has budged. Same is true of our bit accounts, sadly.
actually, I scanned the wall for you. There's protectorate troops on the other side.
Pardon me, but you what? You just have a magic little device in your pocket that lets you detect enemy troops through 2 feet of solid rock?
Yes.
Well, ain't that something? Wait, that means they already dug half the tunnel for me. That bonus is still in reach. That don't change me needing to get the commander's go-ahead to restart the digging. What say you run yourself back to the base and get me the okay? Just down the road. Can't miss it.
Sure.
What have we here? You're definitely not a member of my battalion. You best be here on business. My time is valuable.
What's wrong with your voice?
Forgive my incredulity, but how did you get that information?
My magic goggles?
I see. Quite a useful bit of technology. Our engineers determined this was the most geologically stable place to tunnel. The Protectorate likely did the same, and even stopped drilling for the same reason we did. I'll send orders to resume drilling immediately. We'll take them by surprise. Send them running, and I'll be one step closer to getting off this dirtball.
Well, we found our way to the Protectorate side. And this is all I need.
Just
against us!
For nonsense.
Wait. Easily startled. Well, I can deal with that.
Heard something. Mighty glad that's over and done with. Just need to finish reinforcing the tunnel, and I can collect a big bit cartridge.
Those fools! Protectorate subjects should know better than to attack a Protectorate arbiter. I had no choice but to judge them as traitors to the Protectorate. Why would they simply open fire? Why wouldn't they attempt to conversate?
Well, neither of those options, I think, is what is going on here. They attacked and destroy us, we attack them back, and that's it.
Then they should have reported me to their superiors rather than attempting to exact justice themselves. I shall continue to answer slights of this nature through violence. But hopefully, I shall not need to do this more than a few times.
Let's kill them all. So... let's try and collect the mental refreshment materials. Where is the sniper?
Teammate health. Apologies. Emergency protocols unready.
Well, there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia. Placid Waters Wellness Area, here on Freighter.
Emergency protocols ready.
to dispense judgment!
Lethal measures at the ready, Commander. Your judgment has found you on the authority of the throne.
What do we have here?
Stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
I shall reduce them to a slurry!
Preserve set progress.
Health benefit available at your request.
Guarding my strength.
Assistance. Emergency critical syringes prime.
You have my thanks and my hammer.
Don't forget, your unthinking compliance lets the paradigm run with flawless efficiency. Unthinking is essential.
No! How? Seriously? All the way back here.
That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability.
Emergency protocols ready. Fortifying team.
Loath to admit, I require medical assistance. Preserve set progress. Contain the system.
Minimizing exposure! Grenade! Away!
forget, your unthinking compliance lets the paradigm run with flawless efficiency. Unthinking is essential.
Well, let's put one in speeds. And let's go with one lockpick for now. And what we have here? Well, let's go with that.
And no bliss and plenty. Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how.
Prudence dictates we repel invasive elements.
Stop dying at once!
Personally overseen by Head Refresher.
You have my thanks and my hammer.
It's way easier to kill everyone.
enemies envy our prosperity. Come in, come right in, and be refreshed here at our contentment.
Efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment.
Are you ready to realign with the paradigm? To shed all manner of imperfect thoughts?
All it takes is some light instruction, a restorative cocktail,
And a quick dip into the lathe of particularity to abrade your imperfections. I'm Head Refresher Gould,
and I guarantee when you
Shit,
exit
I'm
our doors,
brainwashed.
you'll be a productive member of our perfect society.
No,
again.
no,
So
no,
you'll
no.
say,
goodbye, imperfect thoughts. Hello, contentment.
Be advised.
No.
You have inhaled aerosolized chemicals with
What? Mentally refreshed.
possible psychotropic properties. Please.
Greetings, subject. Or should I say refreshed to be?
What is going on?
Welcome to the Wellnetarium. You're not on my schedule. A walk-in then. Wonderful. Once you're properly evaluated, we'll have you well on your way to refreshment.
This protectorate subject appears to be cognitively altered. It may be best to limit aggression and feign friendliness.
Oh, you appear to have questions. A telltale sign of needing refreshment.
I am definitely here for mental refreshment.
Why, of course. Naturally. It is the duty of every subject to submit for a quick mental tune-up whenever we experience imperfect thoughts or lack a little zeal.
I'm ready, evaluate away.
Simply step over to my automechanical colleague to my left, / your right, and it will begin your assessment.
Sure.
Greetings, subject unscheduled. Welcome to Placid Waters Wellnetarium. Evaluation commencing. Subjects are required to respond 100% accurately to all queries. Bespoke prescribed regimens may produce untoward ramifications if baseline data is greater than minutely erroneous. Query 1. Concisely characterize your personal perspective.
Let's go with the lie. I prefer to wait for someone to tell me what to think and say.
Incorrect, but your response has merited a yaysayer verbal commendation for exceptional tactfulness in the field, allowing you partial credit. The accepted answer is, I fulfill my duty to the Sovereign as a loyal Protectorate subject by operating at peak efficacy, without error, perpetually, each a vital cog. Query 2. Rate your present level of zealous efficaciousness on a scale of 1 to 5. 5 being the highest, 3 being a traitor, 1 being dead.
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia, Placid Waters
Let's go with that.
Incorrect.
What?
Wait, processing. That was correct.
Yes.
No subject has ever answered that query accurately before to date. The degree of zealous efficaciousness expected of a dutiful and true subject of the Protectorate is beyond measure. Query 3. Do you ever fall prey to imperfect thoughts, including, but not limited to, doubt, disbelief, uncertainty, curiosity, recalcitrance, and mischief?
Let's go with that.
Unacceptable.
Why?
A perfect society demands perfect thoughts. Imperfection is impossible when the mind is a thing of symmetry. Final query. How would your neighbors describe you?
An ideal protectorate subject?
Processing determination. An acceptable response. The appropriate reply was, they never questioned, never doubted. Their zeal never lagged. Formulating conclusion. Phrenometric matrix delineated. Subject evaluation score total 100 out of 200.
What?
The acceptable amount for a true and dutiful protectorate subject is 0. In conclusion, you are in dire need of mental refreshment. Now, proceed to the nearby pneumatic tube to collect your complimentary unitard and lift pass. Next, proceed one floor down, where you will be directed further. Your realignment with the paradigm begins now.
We are so boned.
You'll feel ever so much better once your phrenometric peaks have been abraded.
Your realignment with the paradigm begins now.
What do we have to do?
The top cognitive divisor responsible for making the
Wait.
mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
Never more.
Collective cognitive compliance is a key part of our perfect society. When we comply together,
They would deem my resolve inadequate? Insanity! Their analysis procedure is clearly faulty.
Well, gladly they didn't take our weapons.
protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles
Greetings, new person.
inclinations, and
Hello.
refashions the mind.
My name is Abigail, and I am realigned with the paradigm.
Collective cognitive compliance is a key.
You're the first person here of her tale, other than the staff who's acknowledged me.
It is the duty of all protectorate subjects to regularly converse with our neighbors, so we may determine if their zeal has wavered. I am newly full of zeal, free of imperfect thoughts. My mind is a thing of symmetry. My phrenometric peaks are all abraded.
Well, good for you, lady.
Pondering begets disharmony. To deliberate is to court ruin. Notions are a gateway to mayhem, bedlam, turmoil, and vexation. Thinking never made anybody happy.
Unthinking is essential. Unthink today. Unthink tomorrow.
Head Refresher Gould says his recorded lectures are key to thinking approved thoughts. He tells us what to think and what thoughts are unsanctioned. It's also very helpful. That, a restorative cocktail of pharmaceuticals, and a quick dip into the lathe of particularity device can abrade all imperfections.
It is personally overseen by Head Refresher Gould, the top cognitive divisor responsible for making the mental refreshment process.
Just follow the signs to the lecture hall.
I will do that.
Why, it's right outside Head Refresher Gould's office. He'll schedule you an appointment.
From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant.
I once possessed a failing of character where I would voice simple statements in a way that sounded like a question. Drat! There, did it again. Anyhow, I was reported for it? Right as rain, neighbor. Never more content.
They are operating
only experience approved emotions. Doubt and worry are notably unsanctioned. A perfect society demands perfect thoughts, after all. Refreshment is inevitable. You can't fight contentment.
Preserve set progress.
Their team plays the worst anyone has ever played.
Please proceed to the lecture hall. Medicament dispensing.
The Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how
You're new.
behind the mental refreshment
Must be.
process.
You still retain that look of inquiry and deliberation.
Happy and contented.
I'm Waylon.
Others are not.
I make all songs about the Paradigm Abiders. Folks tend to get rather sore about it. The original version's about being a good Protectorate subject and turning in your neighbor if they lack zeal or think thoughts and such. In my case, my daughter reported me.
There are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia. Placid Waters Wellnetarium here on Praetor is uniquely special.
It is personally overseen
Your daughter? Your own daughter?
Of course. We're all supposed to watch each other close, to keep the paradigm on track and abiding. First thing you do when you're back is thank the person who did it. They say my phrenometric peaks are resistant to abradement, but still, they try.
They sneer at our contentment.
Wait, I just blinked several times, didn't I? What did that signify? I couldn't leave. Not yet. Haven't completed my regimen. My phrenometric peaks are still jutting all over the place, they say.
Mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment
Are you in disguise? I don't recognize so-and-so as a title. This feels a bit curious to me, but I feel compelled not to question it too much. Maybe the treatment is working. I'd go with you, I guess. But I need something first. They took all my things when I arrived. Stored them in storage. My commemorative pitch balls in there. From my favorite team, the Paradigm Abiders. I can't leave without it.
Just tell me where it is.
I had to turn in my personal items when I was admitted. On account I tried to leave once or twice before. Saw them put it in a closet behind reception upstairs. Suppose so. Maybe almost, at least. One way out's the safest. Someone dug a tunnel in the kitchen pantry. Though there are 2 automechs assigned there now, to keep subjects from wandering in and ambling off. Oh, well, mech controls are typically handled via a terminal. Probably one upstairs, but we're not allowed up there. Maybe you can find a way, though. I'll be dithering about here in the meanwhile.
It is personally overseen by Head Refresher Gould, the top cognitive deviser responsible for making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
The kitchen pantry is presently off limits due to anomalous structural tampering. The kitchen pantry is presently off limits due to anomalous structural.
Subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law.
Settle down, everyone. Lecture's playing. Prepare to be edified.
For today's topic, we'll touch on why our program is so very important. Ignorant, misguided outsiders may wonder, why does the Protectorate need mental refreshment? Doesn't it inhibit personal freedom? Yet this freedom they celebrate is a yawning chaos, and their choice is an invitation to failure, loss, and anarchy. It is a sad fact that all human beings require direction. As my good friend the Consul would say, at its base, humanity unguided is cravenly...
Greeting, unscheduled walk-in. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest, how mentally refreshed are you feeling today?
Consul is the firm hand that guides us. Mental refreshment keeps us on task, free from doubt, efficient, perfect, and thus we enjoy...
10 out of 10.
Response, zeal, noted. With hope, our highly trained refreshment facilitators will share your promising self-diagnosis. I am responsible for providing each subject with their recommended daily dosage of Refreshment. Medicament dispensement has concluded for the day. Response. Medicaments are stored in medicament storage, the office in which this unit presently operates. Yet, it is strictly off-limits to all non-refreshment facilitator personnel. Farewell statement. May refreshment soon render you free from doubt. A vital cog once more. Greeting, unscheduled walk-in.
How the hell I will get out of here?
Oh, a new face. Well, I'd welcome you to the Wellnetarium, but the designated subject reader ought to have attended to that by now. I was once a victim of imperfect thoughts. Oh, I had so many questions. But my questioning days are long gone. Yes. Admitting you question is the first step in your recovery. But worry not. Soon enough, with our help and a little work, you'll never question again. You must mean the lathe of particularity. One assumes you haven't had a session with Head Refresher Gould yet. You'll soon learn all about it firsthand. You've missed the daily medicament dispensement, if that's what you mean.
I know that
But you should get that up
already.
with the medicament dispensement automech directly. The medicament dispensement automech automechanically dispenses medicaments. The medicament dispensement automech automechanically dispenses medicaments. The medicament dispensement automech automechanically dispenses medicaments. The medicament dispensement automech automechanically dispenses medicaments.
Wow.
I see you found the lecture as edifying as all the others here. Good, good. Collective cognitive compliance is a key part of the prescribed curative regimen. Head Refresher Gould provides us with daily lectures in audio cartridge form to steer group thinking. As they say, to think together is to together thrive. Upstairs in the audiovisual aids office, of course. Though that area is off limits to all subjects not a part of facility staff or security. How very interesting. Here, take my pass then. It grants access to all mid-privilege priority areas.
Wait. That was easy.
You'll feel ever so much better once your phrenometric peaks have been abraded.
Violence deferred.
Typically, I do not view mental refreshment firsthand.
Subject
Its
to ensure they are
effects.
operating at
Individual
peak
spirit of
efficiency
inquiry.
at all times. The
Deleterious.
paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is
Enemies detected.
Maintaining.
I am primed to
Providing a host of
Confirmed.
maintaining your battlefield stamina. Health benefit available at your request.
You have my thanks and my hammer.
Duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak.
Okay.
And refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
They never questioned. They.
Collective cognitive compliance is a key part of your prescribed
Non-friendly life form detected.
Hey, what's that sound? Why is the wall look so soft all of
We gave him a dose of his own medicine.
Wait!
Wait. I was led to believe my case required minimal treatment. But that last session, that was far more intensive.
Strong observation, Your Sublime Radiance. We set the lathe to the maximal abradement setting, per instructions.
Maximal? Who authorized you to use that setting? I demand the name of my betrayer!
Subject is exhibiting increased agitation upon exiting the lathe, consistent with extreme cases. Further abradement recommended.
Who are you speaking to? Are you recording this? Enough of this farce! Release me at once!
Oh, do I detect a whiff of reprioritin gas? You know, I suddenly feel a mite more pliable somehow. Surely nothing to question. I thought no one was due for peak abradement for hours. I should have your chart. Wait. Wait. Ha! You're not a Protectorate subject at all. You have the telltale look of wonder and introspection.
Scientists of this echelon must be exposed to low doses of refreshment gas to build a resistance. Sort of like arbiters with bullets.
Well, this is normally where you'd say something. Oh, how outrageous. Suppose I should call the guards, but my...
Let it be known that any who stand against me shall be tried as traitors to the Protectorate, no matter their import.
You know, that's a very interesting statement. And somehow I'm not finding the company you're keeping even in the slightest bit unusual. Oh dear, I seem to be a little unstable at the moment. But never fear, I have intellect to spare. Don't believe me? I can prove it. Even in a state such as this, I am more than able to apply my argumentative skills against the inferior minds and bankrupt philosophies of our rivals. To what end are you here? Tell me truly. Speak plainly. You know, I'm beginning to have an inkling about your purpose here, and whose employ you're under. A proposal. Adequately debate me on the merits and failings of each group's ideology, and I'll provide you what you're here for.
Sure.
I believe in the strength of our ideals. I'm quite certain I'll win you over. What's more, our colloquy promises to be vastly more diverting than my usual day-to-day blather. But if I'm wrong, what would Auntie's choice or the Order or my word, you're not a scrapper? Well, none of them will know what to do with our advanced know-how. There's a good sport. Do try to keep up. So, what of the Order, our former allies, those cursed overthinkers, doomed to lives free of luxury, toiling away in ceaseless cogitation? What say you of them? My position is a burden gladly taken to ease the suffering of our subjects. I think so they don't have to ensure the paradigm runs ably. Their order is chaos to us. Though your point, while gratingly expressed, is noted, albeit grudgingly. What say you about Auntie's choice, then? Tell me, is there any value in the vapid emptiness of those corporate consumerists? That actually sounds to have some slight merit when you put it that way. I mean, such a system would leave behind the general public, though. All our friends and neighbors. Your point is not completely without worth, I suppose. Only mostly. In the Protectorate, we have the best of everything. Food, technology, a sense of belonging, freedom from doubt, worry, hard work. No, the others simply cannot compare.
Can you stop doing that with your hands? You're freaking me out.
People are unproductively prone to unhappiness. We remove this self-sabotaging flaw so they can fully appreciate the ample bounty we provide, free of doubt and worry. No, I haven't. And that seems a rather facile argument to make about a society that utilizes automechs to handle daily chores and labor. A low-hanging fruit, as it were. Well, you've raised some interesting points, I suppose. Any other clever assertions you'd like to put forward before I fully evaluate your performance here? How very nice of you to say. You're not half bad yourself, for a non-protectorate not me. Huh. Taken as a whole, that was the most engaging conversation I've had in... well, couldn't even say. Yes, it's true. I am thoroughly disturbed by how much you made me question many long-held beliefs. But frankly, that was quite invigorating. Now, what next? Really? That's exceptionally flattering, and something I never would have considered before our belief-shaking conversation. But honestly, I do deserve it, don't I? Might I ask for a few additional particulars? For instance, what is the title of the role?
Well, let's go with that. We don't need to lie, I think.
My, that sounds wonderful. I shall head there straight away. Thank you so much for making this opportunity happen.
And we made a new friend for Auntie's choice. What else we can find?
Malefactor ahead.
You've gained privileged access somehow. Our superiors must have arranged it.
Well, let's go there.
That's somebody.
Don't hurt him, please. The Sovereign isn't at his best right now.
Sovereign.
You're not here to harm him, are you? If so, I must warn you, I will defend the Sovereign to the fullest extent of my meager abilities.
What?
Yes, it is. Our beneficent, infallible ruler, the Sovereign Henry Aloysius Varick, son of the first Sovereign, Reuben Varick. You'll have to forgive him right now. As I said, he is not his best today.
My Sovereign, what have they done to you? No, and certainly not the embodiment of all that is the Protectorate. This is a greater crime than all I have witnessed.
Deserves what? Whatever do you mean? We've been here since it was determined that the Sovereign, long distraught over the loss of his family, was in need of mental refreshment. Since then, he has been receiving dedicated treatment from head refresher Gould himself. Not at all. Why should I? One who questions betrays. No subject of the Protectorate would ever harm, or knowingly allow harm to befall our beneficent ruler, the Sovereign, or consider such a thing. To even think such a thought is unthinkable. This stately form before you is the direct descendant of the matriarch herself. All we have, all any of us have, stems directly from the works of his family line. I will stay true to him and the Protectorate to the end. We all will. The Sovereign is receiving the finest possible care, as he has every day of his life. Treatment outside the Protectorate is barbaric by comparison. Our system is perfect. Just leave us be.
I suppose there is nothing we can do at this juncture. Guard him well, Feld. I shall honor him, in health and infirmity alike. I swear it.
Well, the plot thickens, folks.
Go. Please, just leave us. Just leave.
Preserve set progress.
With what?
Sustain the system.
Preserve the Sovereign.
Know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
Hello! You find my pitch ball?
Prudence dictates we reject individualism.
Oh, commemorative pitch ball! I missed you so. Let's never part again. Suppose I'm ready to leave. Well, almost.
Why almost?
I'll be dithering about here.
Placid Waters Wellnetarium, here on Praetor, is uniquely special.
It is personally overseen by Head Refresher Gould, the top cognitive deviser responsible for making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
Now can we go?
Our enemies envy our prosperity.
Are those automates sorted? Time to go? Okay. Okay. Ready to go then, I suppose. If we get separated.
It is the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclination.
The tunnel out was right here. Oh, they put a poster over it. Take it down, and I can be off. This is all right neighborly of you. Can't thank you enough. Now, after you. By all means. Oh, and last I heard from my daughter, Emily, she was off to Free Market Station. You meet us there. She'll surely give you a reward. After you, by all means. I fear I must insist.
Right, let's travel to Free Market first.
Buy from me, please?
Ah, before I forget, here, this is for you. Thank you ever so much for freeing my father. He seems good, actually. No discernible lingering ill effects. Still, singing. But I'm so grateful to hear it.
My friend from Placid Waters. Appreciate you fetching the pitch ball Millie got me. And of course, the escort out of there. Though mostly, the pitch ball.
Sure. How are you doing?
Wonderful, wonderful. So good to see Millie again. Don't know how to do anything here, but I can sing to my heart's content. You heading out? Do take care. Again, much obliged.
Glad there are people out here like you. Gives hope. Both of us, well, we're forever in your debt.
And Escape from Placid Waters is finished. Now we are to meet Auntie's Choice. Now, let's see now if we can meet Auntie's Cleo.
Your performance at that facility went exceedingly well, all things considered. And it was an ideal first step in effecting my monopolistic mercantile methodology plan.
There you go again, pinning your career to that flim-flam mathematical malarkey. What do a bunch of eggheads know about marketing? Marketing isn't some rigmarole you can plug into a computronic doodad. It's instinct, intuition, know-how. It's a fucking art.
Wait, you're saying the same things again.
Yes,
I'm the head. The Protectorate have a process called Auntie wants details on their methodology, pharmacology, and technology. This archive plan says it's important. Fine. Auntie and I agree it presents possibilities.
I think the dialogue got a little bit bugged. But anyway.
Oh, do tell. I hope you gathered supplemental materials and recruited the scientist as well.
Of course you did, my most trusted ameliorator. You never fail to amaze and impress.
Head Refresher Gould will fit right in, surely. Now, I assume you won't mind we have a few questions about the process.
Our people will extract details about the pharmacology and methodology. That will all no doubt prove useful, but we're most interested in the technology and its results. Can't say I like the sound of that. Seems like they'd be difficult to market to.
How truly unfortunate. Those without desire or drive make terrible customers. They could barely even be considered consumers at all.
What else can you tell us about the place? Turn up any additional details? Anything especially marketable? That's certainly interesting. Intriguing, even. What else? But still, they keep on marketing it as virtually foolproof, don't they? So much for their vaunted moral high ground, and so much for us exploiting that piece of technology. Oh, good to know, good to know. Excellent. Well, here's your reward, along with something extra for your effort. And more for converting head refresher ghouls to the joys of commerce. All right, for your next assignment, well, it's something of an organizational priority.
Congratulations! Your storied success has earned you a whole entire minute with our illustrious leader, Auntie Cleo!
So your preliminary chores are complete? Oh, finally a contractor with a little backbone. Normally they flee or expire, leaving the work woefully incomplete. Ah, I remember you from before. Fairfield, yes? Terrible business. Never did discover who was to blame. Tell me, as an outside agent, do you have any quandaries working with our organization?
None that I feel comfortable relating.
Well, I appreciate the clarity, if not the lack of guile. For now, I suppose we'll remain uncomfortable bedfellows, if not ideological fellow travelers. Do hope you'll forgive these two. They're competing for a rather significant promotion, you see. It tends to make employees fractious, like young ursopods cooped up in the den. So, you've been advancing a fairly radical idea with a group that, to date, we've considered our rivals. Certain communications have even been exchanged between our ship and the Order's headquarters. You've spoken to the delegates, yes? A cessation of hostilities could present any number of potentially profitable options, assuming we could work out favorable terms. Oh, my security team would never allow it, but a call like this over a secure line should be an acceptable alternative. Of course, Ruth would also need to agree. Perhaps if you were to perform a few useful errands for the Order, you might earn a meeting with her to propose the same. Have Ruth reach out when she's ready to talk, and I'll set up a call on a secure line next door.
Right, we're finished with Anti-Soy's side. Now we have to do the Order side. Great. Let's put a level to the speech and a level to engineering. And I think I will finish this episode here. Thanks for watching, folks, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.